What up, guys? I am just checking in for a quick little Tuesday video. You know when you record like an entire video and then your video stops in the middle and it says card full? Yeah, so that just happened. Damn camera. I should have cleared the card before I started this. Anyway, I am popping in to share some quick thoughts on this Tuesday, and usually I'm reading thoughts that I previously written down, and they're more cohesive and I'm just reading them back for the videos. But for this one, I just wanted to start with a thought that I had today and just kind of go, so it should be a quicker video, and I don't know, hopefully you guys like it. But I was thinking about my preteen years, my tween years, because I'm in my early 20s now, and I was thinking, wow, I used to be pretty judgmental as a person. I threw the word hate around very nonchalantly, and it was used towards me at times as well, and in a very, casual manner. And I don't think that that's a word that should be used often, if at all, and definitely not just thrown around. But I was definitely more quick to pass judgment on people that I did not agree with or did not see eye to eye with. And I definitely think that I've made progress in that area, and that's definitely something that I'm consciously working on. And I wanted to talk about maybe some practical ways to approach people in a more mature manner, or in order to interact with people who you don't necessarily agree with on all fronts, or who don't necessarily share your same beliefs, because we're not going to be in agreement with all the people that we encounter, especially if you're putting yourself out there in different circles and really getting to know all different kinds or types of people. And so the first thing that I want to try to do when I encounter this situation or these people is to get to know them, really get to know them, because I guarantee there are things that I don't know about their history as a person, their background, their environment they grew up in, their cultural beliefs that they grew up with, their family history, what their upbringing was like, what matters to them, where their wounds lie, who's hurt them in their life. All of these things are going to mold the personality and the belief system and the core values of the person that I'm now face to face with. And if I'm completely ignorant to where they came from, then I'm clearly not going to understand why they see things the way that they do now. So I feel like that's the first and biggest step that I want to try to do. I want to try to get at their core, if they'll let you, obviously, really understand the person, take the time to get to know them. And I think the more that you do this, the more that you will realize there's a sameness. You'll see parts of you in them and them in you, and you'll just find a sense of unity, or you'll see that they are a flawed human, and you'll recognize that in yourself as well. And I feel like that will give you much more room to be gracious and compassionate and empathetic. I want to try to consider their life's path and their circumstances that have led them to this current place or state. And yeah, all of those things leading up to this point are going to influence who they are now, where their life stands, how and why. It's going to influence all of those things. And the more that I genuinely listen and take in them as an entire whole person, complex and with various levels and intricacies, the more that I'm going to be able to fairly and more objectively view them. Because more often than not, most of the time, it's a subjective view that we're seeing. So I think that those are things that I want to try to do. And, you know, maybe this doesn't always work. Like, I think there are going to be people in our lives or maybe in the world, maybe that we don't necessarily encounter, but that we are exposed to in some way or another via some medium, you know, or maybe we just see in, you know, pop culture or on the news or something like that, that are going to have things that we strongly disagree with. And so if nothing else, if none of that works, or if you're not able to get to know this person on a more intimate level to try to like really understand them and dissect that, then just consider that they may be living from a place of really deep-seated fear, which is not where you want to be, and hopefully is not where you're living from, rather than love. And if they're living from this place of fear or any of the manifestations of fear, you know, that's going to show, and that's going to portray to the world something that's very ugly. And we're going to see people like this lash out and show anger and pass judgment and shame others for their beliefs and exclude others and, you know, just completely disregard anyone that doesn't think and share the same views that they do. And, you know, let them be that way. In that case, I just feel like I have to, or we have to ignore that and just look at that and think, wow, I don't want to be like that. So let that just kind of be an example of how not to live and how that ugliness can come out when you're incredibly unhappy with what's going on within. So yeah, those are my Tuesday thoughts. I don't know if that makes any sense. Hopefully it made a little bit of sense, but I just wanted to share those thoughts with you guys. Definitely share any thoughts you have in the comments. If you like more videos like this, let me know. And if you made it this far, you're friggin' awesome. Have a great day. Love you guys.